What if I told you there's one simple habit silently draining your energy, destroying your confidence, and keeping you stuck in life? You feel tired, unmotivated, trapped in a loop you can't break. But what if the secret to unshakable self-control and real masculinity has been hiding in plain sight all along? Stick with this, because after today, you'll never look at this habit the same way again. Let's talk about a subject no one wants to confront, yet everyone deals with. Some say it's normal, harmless, even healthy, but have you ever questioned that? What if that harmless habit is quietly wrecking your mind, your drive, and your potential? The ancient Stoics, some of the greatest thinkers in history, understood what modern society tries to bury. They knew the power of discipline, the cost of chasing pleasure, and the path to true self-mastery. And today, you'll discover what they knew, so you can reclaim your power and transform your life. The problem why this habit is destroying you. You felt it, that lingering guilt, the drop in energy, the lack of motivation, like something inside you is slowly fading. But why? Science explains that every time you indulge in this habit, your brain gets flooded with dopamine, the pleasure chemical. Sounds good, right? Wrong. Because the more you chase that quick dopamine high, the more your brain becomes addicted to easy, unearned rewards. And just like any addiction, the damage begins to show. You feel weaker, less driven, more disconnected from your goals. Your mind thinks you've achieved something, even though you haven't. So, it stops pushing you to do more. The Stoics saw this clearly. Centuries before neuroscience existed, they warned of the dangers of indulgence and of becoming a slave to base desires. But what exactly did they say? And how can their wisdom help you break free? Seneca once wrote, "No man is free who is a slave to his body." And that's exactly what happens when pleasure controls you. Every time you give in, you reinforce the idea that you're weak, that you need this. But in truth, it's the habit that controls you. Marcus Aurelius, emperor and philosopher, believed that mastery of desire is the foundation of personal freedom. A man who cannot control himself will always be ruled, never free. The more you chase instant pleasure, the further you drift from real fulfillment. Look back through history. Every great man, whether warrior, emperor, or visionary, had one thing in common. They controlled their desires. They didn't let urges dictate their actions, and because of that, they rose above the rest. So how do you escape this cycle? 1. Self-discipline, the path to freedom. Epictetus said it best, "No man is free who is not master of himself." It all starts with a decision, not to be ruled by your desires anymore. Discipline isn't about deprivation, it's about choosing what's valuable over what's easy. Each time you resist the urge, you build strength, and with time, that strength becomes your armor. 2. Purpose. Replace the habit with something greater. The Stoics believed that without purpose, life becomes a slow death. This is why many fall into destructive habits, because they have nothing meaningful to focus on. But when your energy is devoted to building something, be it a business, a craft, or a legacy, there's no room left for empty indulgence. 3. Transmutation. Turn your energy into power. The greatest minds and warriors in history knew this secret. Sexual energy is the most powerful force a man has. When it's wasted, so is your potential. But when it's redirected, it becomes fuel, an engine for drive, discipline, and creation. Nikola Tesla lived celibate for this very reason. He understood how to channel his energy toward greatness. That's what the Stoics taught. Don't suppress your energy, transform it. Use it to create, to build, to conquer. What happens when you quit? Now imagine this, waking up each day with confidence that can't be shaken. No guilt, no regret, just raw energy and focus. When you break free from this habit, your testosterone rises, your mind becomes sharper, your ambition reignites, your will becomes unbreakable. This is true freedom, not just the absence of a habit, but the presence of power. This is what the Stoics meant by mastery. So now you face a choice. Stay trapped in this loop, or rise above it. Keep letting a momentary pleasure steal your potential. or step into the life you were meant to live. Because no man in history ever achieved greatness by being ruled by his desires. Those who changed the world started by mastering themselves. The journey to self-mastery begins now.